When you look back over your life, hindsight being 2020, aren't you happy that you didn't get that thing or that person that you thought you wanted? Aren't you happy that you didn't get what you thought you wanted, family? Every single thing that you want is coming to you. But everything that comes to you may not be for you. I learned that sometimes the best investments are the ones that we do not make. So we have to be happy for the things that did not work. We have to be happy for the things that did not work, the relationships that didn't work out, the jobs, the situation, everything that we thought we wanted. Hindsight being 2020, looking back, aren't you happy you didn't end up with her? No, seriously, all jokes aside, aren't you happy that you didn't end up with her? Y'all, when things are removed from our lives, I know it hurts. When things don't work out the way we think that it should work out, I know that it hurts, but it's all for a reason. And you didn't get that thing and it didn't work out for you because you're chosen, because it wasn't meant for you, because there's better for you. And one of the reasons is there is a path of something better, a path to something better, a path for something better for you. It wasn't that. That didn't even feel good. We were sitting and making something work that wasn't even meant for us. Sitting and trying to make something work that wasn't even adding up. Trying to sit in relationships with people that weren't even good. Try to sit in situations with things and in environments that didn't even feel good, family. But we sat there all because we thought that was best. We sit here in situations and pray and beg for and deal with lesser than we already are, and beg and pray and deal with lesser than what's already in store for us. So it did not work because it wasn't meant to work. It didn't work because it didn't need to work. It did not work because it wasn't designed to work. Yo, I've been in so many situations in my life where I was just so hurt and sad, thinking about and wondering about why the thing that I prayed for, why the thing that I wanted so badly didn't work out for me. And I remember years ago when I was younger and, wanting to be in a relationship with a particular person and crying and wondering, why didn't it work? And then years later, you look back and you see that person and you see why it didn't work. Because it wasn't meant to work. They're not where they need to be. They were trauma and drama and foolishness and toxic. And you didn't need that in your life. And so we sit here and we are sad. And I know that it hurts when things don't work for us. Because in our mind, we feel like, oh, this is the best thing. That I won't get any better than this. That there is nobody better than them. And that is so far from the truth. There is a path to better. There's a path to better. And it didn't work because there's better waiting for you. And better doors that are waiting to be open for you. When those doors closed, it was because something was better. When those doors closed, it was because you were walking down a path that you didn't need to walk down. And we have to really believe, family, that there is better for us. A lot of us sit and believe that where we are is where we're going to be forever. That when things don't work out, then that means that there's something wrong with us. We really believe that when things don't work out, that there's something wrong with us. Like we're the reason why things aren't working out. And maybe sometimes, but in most cases, things are not working out because they weren't designed to. You ever had a situation where you're so sad and you wondered why that relationship didn't work, and then you were meant to be with somebody better? Or that you got with somebody better? You wonder why that job fired you or why they let you go, and you quickly realize it was because something better was waiting for you. So you gotta know that there's something better waiting, that there's something more amazing, more fulfilling, more rewarding than what you were wanting, because what you were wanting may not have been the thing. And another reason why something may not have worked out is because there's so many external factors, so many things happening on the outside, around you, around that person that you want to be with, surrounding that job you want or that opportunity. So many outside factors that are impacting things in a negative way. And so when things are impacted negatively, it may not just be the right timing, family. You want to be with the person so bad, but that person is caught up in mess. Caught up in jail situations, in lawsuits, in issues with their exes, in issues in their lives, financial issues. And I get it. We love people. And we believe that we can help them because we are abundant. We believe that we have what it takes to change somebody's lives. And that may be the case. But at the end of the day, that person very well has to go through their situation on their own. It wasn't designed to work because the timing wasn't right. The timing is not right now, family. And sometimes we within ourselves have things that we need to clean up in our lives, things that we need to fix and change in our past, people that we need to remove from our lives before we go jumping into something else with somebody new. The timing may not be right, because what if you get what you want? What if you get what you want right now, but you're in a situation that is not the greatest right now? Then you stand to jeopardize that thing that you want. You stand to jeopardize that person that you want and that relationship that you want, all because the timing wasn't right. Or we have other external factors impacting the things that we want and impacting the people that we want. Maybe our housing situation isn't the greatest. Our job situation isn't the greatest. Our mental state isn't the greatest. And we sit there and we want her and we want him. And we want him or her to want us in the current state that we're in. And is that truly fair? We wouldn't want them in a bad state, right? It's not working out because in this season, it's not meant to be right now. And it doesn't mean that it can't be in the future, but right now, it may not be meant to be. And a lot of times, family, speaking of external factors, a lot of these people that we're attached to, we don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. We don't know what conversations they're having behind our backs. We don't know the negative or positive things that they're saying to others. And sometimes what we can't see, our Creator can see. Other people can see. And maybe it's just the protection. Maybe the rejection, or what feels like rejection, is the protection of protecting us from a person that's not meant to go with us. That's not meant to be in our lives right now. That's not meant to go that extra mile with us because they are not worthy. Because they have not paid the cost, because they haven't done what they need to do in their own life to get in our lives. Family, we have things that we need to work on. And if we're being honest with ourselves, the timing may not be right. And just because we want a thing doesn't mean that we should have it right now. And just because we want a person doesn't mean that we should have that right now, family. And we get so sad and down on ourselves when things don't work out. It didn't work out because it wasn't designed to. Because hindsight being 2020, looking back, you know that person wasn't the one. Yo, we sit here and try to lie to ourselves because we want to feel good. And everyone wants to feel good, but nobody wants to be good. And if you're being good, and if you're being honest with yourself, that wasn't meant to be. And we try to force things because we want to save face, because we have egos, because we think that that is the best thing that we could ever have. And that is far from the truth. It didn't work because he or she was not the one. That's why. And sometimes we don't have the explanations that we need. But the reality is, if the door was closed and it wasn't meant to be right now, maybe in the future it can be meant to be. If that's what makes you feel good, that that person that's not here in the now could be here in the future. But for right now, that is not meant to be. And what's meant to be is you. Staying in your frame, you knowing who you are, loving yourself, feeling value within yourself, and knowing that there is better waiting for you. And another reason it didn't work out is because sometimes our focus needs to be redirected. We really need to just switch gears, see things in a different way. We may be running and chasing a job when there's a better opportunity waiting for us, but because maybe we're impatient, because we want that thing now, because we're so worried about what we don't have that we jump to the next thing that we think is best. And we jump and do something, and then we get fired. And then the opportunity that we want, we see it no longer as an opportunity. And now we're frustrated. But then 2 months later, a day later, who knows however long later, something better comes. And we're so thankful that that situation didn't work out. How many of us have been in situations and relationships where we're thankful that it did not work out? I know I have, but my focuses had to be redirected. I had to think differently. I had to go in that inner place to find the confidence, the courage, the strength, the perseverance, the everything that I needed to go that extra mile. No, it didn't work out because it wasn't meant to. It didn't work out because it wasn't designed to. And as much as it hurts, it didn't work out because it wasn't meant to be right now. And I know that's hard to accept when we want what we want. And I know that that's hard to hear when we want who we want, but it didn't work out because there is a reason. And we got to start changing our focus as family. At the end of the day, what matters is you getting to a place of being happy. We spend so much time as people trying to build up somebody else, trying to make a situation work, trying to fit a square inside of a circle, trying to do the things that aren't meant to be done, all because we want to feel good, because we don't want to be alone on holidays, because we don't want to be single, or we don't want to be jobless. And sometimes we're in seasons in our lives where we have to go within, where we have to have seasons of isolation to work on ourselves and to work on the things that we need to work on in our lives. It didn't work out because it wasn't meant to work out in this season, because there's something better waiting. There's someone better waiting, and you know it, but it doesn't feel good when you don't have the thing that you want. And family, we as humans think that we will feel better in the having of a thing. But the reality is you can feel better now, that you don't have to wait to have that thing or that person that you think you want to feel better. You can feel better now. In the absence of that thing, you can feel better now. And when you get to feeling good about yourself and about who you are, you just somehow tend to attract all the good things, all the money, all the abundance, all the people that you want. We have to change our focus. And the focus needs to be on the things that are going to make us better people, make us whole, make us feel better, so that we can be better for the world, for our God, for our family, for society, for everyone that is in our life, for the people that we have fiduciary responsibility over. Family, we have to value ourselves more. And we have to understand that it didn't work out because it wasn't meant to be, that we may be in a season where we have to work. Because nothing works unless we work. Nothing. You can have all the things. You can have the relationship that you want, the job that you want, the money that you want, the situations that you want. But if you are not whole, if you do not feel good, if you are not good, nothing works unless you do, family. And a lot of times things don't work because you are meant to be resilient. When you have so many doors that are closing left to right, so many no's, so many broken relationships, so many missed opportunities, it weighs heavy. It makes you feel cynical. It makes you feel like maybe it's you, like maybe you're the problem, like what's wrong with me? But the reality is, family, it's all designed to make you stronger. And what feels like a tearing down could actually be a building up. And what feels like a falling apart could truly be a falling together. It didn't work because it wasn't designed to work. Because there is greater for you and there is better for you, family. Because there is somebody better waiting for you. Once you heal, once you get to the place where you need to be, there's somebody better waiting. That you don't have to squeeze so tight and hold the thing that you think you want, because the things you want, you don't have to squeeze and hold and force to be with you. The things you want to be there. And they want to stay. And the people don't want to leave because they're meant to be in your life. Every single thing that you want is coming to you. Every single thing that you want is coming to you. You don't have to sit there and force it. You don't have to force anything. You can sit and surrender and attract all things, because this is your life and you are co-creating your life with your God, your believer, whatever you believe in. You are co-creating the life that you are meant to live. And when things don't work out, I know it feels like you're taking a blow. I really need money right now. I really need a relationship right now. I could really benefit from having a spouse or a mate. I could really benefit from having a better job, being in a better house, being in a better situation. But I promise you, family, one day you're going to look back and be thankful that you didn't get that thing that you thought you wanted. You're going to look back and be thankful for the doors that closed, probably more than you're going to be thankful for the doors that opened. Because like I said earlier, sometimes the best investments are the ones that we do not make. And sometimes the things that we think we want aren't the things that we truly need. So if we can just be patient and surrender and understand and know that every single thing that we want is coming to us because we're doing the work. Family, you're doing the work. Let me get closer. You're doing the work. And every single thing that you want is coming your way. And maybe that door closed. And maybe that person walked out. And maybe that situation didn't work. Or they left, he left, or she left. And you're sad. And I get that. But one day you're going to look back and be thankful that it didn't work out because something greater, someone greater, something better is coming your way 100%. But you got to believe it. Just something to think about, family. Stay inspired. And by the way, I want to say thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. My channel is growing. I started YouTube with the intention of just sharing the many lessons that I learned along the way. And I'm so happy to see that it's resonating with so many people. I hope you have a good day. Stay inspired.